Hello and welcome to CricketNext. We are right outside the SCA Stadium here in Rajkot, where India are set to take on England in the third match of the 5-test series, currently locked at 1-all. Both India and England had their training sessions today. Both of them did train. England started with their morning session around 9 a.m., where they assembled and went on about for a couple of hours at least. After kind of cooling off towards the fag end, then Oli Pope came and addressed the media, talked about how Ben Stokes playing his 100th test for the country is going to be a big occasion and how they kind of plan to have those celebrations before the game gets underway. But I think the big focus and big talking point has been India's practice session today. Team India had an afternoon session which got underway around 12 o'clock in the afternoon, where the support staff was the first one to assemble. They were overseeing preparations of the nets, of the practice squares at the main ground and the nets area. But without no surprises, Rahul Dravid was the first person to address the 22 yards. He had a close look along with captain Rohit Sharma. Both of them kind of looked at the pitch from fair distance. All the players got some feel of the surface which is going to be used for this test match, and from some distance I can tell you that it wears a very green look. It's not a green top, but there's some even covering of grass, which was also acknowledged and validated by England batter Oli Pope, who said that there's grass but he's not sure how long it is going to last. And there is some rough and dry area around the Goodland spot, something which we saw in the Hyderabad test too, where from both ends there was this drier area which kind of does bring the spinners into play. So I'm hoping that the pitch will turn, but it will not be a raging turner. As Kuldeep Yadav said, during his press conference, he expects the pitch to behave nicely and he expects a good contest between bat and ball, which will definitely entertain the crowd here in Rajkot. Now, coming to the bigger things, I think the net session today, Rohit Sharma had a batting masterclass for not the batters but the bowlers today. He was seen engaging in long conversations with Kuldeep Yadav and Mohammad Siraj, and with Siraj in particular, Siraj landed yesterday evening, as we reported for CricketNext. He landed in yesterday evening, and this was his first net session after landing in Rajkot. Siraj was engaged in a long conversation with Rohit Sharma, where Rohit was seen explaining to him the head position and how it kind of plays a very important role so that the head doesn't fall on either side, and how much of importance it holds while you are facing those deliveries. So Rohit even took a helmet out from his kit bag and kind of explained animatedly, I would say, to Mohammad Siraj that the importance of keeping your head still while facing deliveries. And with Kuldeep, there were a lot of backlift discussions and discussions around bat position and getting into good positions with the bat. Jasprit Jaiswal had a long hit, and so did Jurel and KS Bharat. Now the surprise continues between KS Bharat and Jurel. Jurel was the keeper who was doing the wicket keeping drills earlier today, and Sarfaraz Khan, Jasprit Jaiswal, Rajat Patidar were alongside him in the slip cordon when they were receiving throwdowns and doing those close-in catching drills. And after that, later in the session, both Sarfaraz and Rajat Patidar also had close-in catching positions, probably for spinners at the short leg and silly point position. Now, still, suspense kind of continues, but there's a strong feeling that Jurel could get the nod ahead of KS Bharat. We'll get more clarity tomorrow when either the coach or the captain comes to address the pre-match press conference, and we'll probably try and grill them on the possible playing 11. Now, just coming back to the squad, India squad, not every member is in attendance here in Rajkot. Jasprit Bumrah is yet to land. He's set to reach later in the evening on Tuesday. Devdutt, Padikkal and Akash were busy with their Ranji commitments until yesterday, so they are yet to reach. They will also reach on Tuesday evening. Shubman Gill reached late night on Monday, so he gave this practice session a miss. He wasn't available today. He did not attend the practice session. Otherwise, all players were here in attendance. Mukesh Kumar was bowling full tilt. Mohammad Siraj was bowling full tilt to just bringing some good news here. Ravindra Jadeja was also bowling and batting. He wasn't bowling for long enough, but he did bowl from the spot. He was batting for long enough. Looked pretty relaxed in his approach, and so did Rohit Sharma. They were kind of very, very, very happy to kind of spend time. It wasn't that hot in Rajkot. The sun was out, but around 3:30 the clouds kind of started gathering. I'm not saying it's going to rain tomorrow, but the clouds were enough to kind of keep the shade going and the conditions very pleasant. So you stay tuned to CricketNext, because we'll bring you more from ground zero about what's happening within the Indian camp, outside the Indian camp, in the England camp and outside the England camp. Today from the net session, it was a long session, a long day under the sun for the Indian cricket team, and from start to stop we saw all players doing something or the other, and the entire coaching staff led by coach Rahul Dravid, batting coach Vikram Rathore, bowling coach Paras Mamre, fielding coach T Dilip, everyone were in attendance, and so were all the players except the 4 players which I just mentioned right now. So we're hoping that they join the squad soon, and we'll see a full house tomorrow on eve of the match. Cracking match. It's going to be a big game. The series is locked at 1-1. Rajkot Stadium, which will be renamed tomorrow as the Niranjan Shah Stadium. The entire BCCI top brass is expected to be in attendance. The Saurashtra Cricket Association is all set to felicitate Cheteshwar Pujara and Ravindra Jadeja for their contributions to Indian cricket, and for what they have done for Saurashtra in the domestic circuit. So you stay tuned. We'll bring you more from that ceremony and everything which is required, which needs to be informed ahead of the third test between India and England starting on February 15th. So you stay tuned, hit the bell icon, hit the subscribe button, follow us on all our social media handles, because Cricket Matlab, Cricket Next.